Hello everybody, this is Ross again, the hick from western North Dakota. I tell you, I'm in a big city here. You know, I did about 3 other interviews earlier today. I had Leo, Curtis, and Dustin. Well, I'm going to let you meet the big head man here at AM 1100. You see the logos up here. I think they're pretty cool. And the man I'm going to introduce you to is a pretty cool man. He's got a lot of strong beliefs, and I'd like to come in here. His name is Scott Hennen. I'll tell you, Scott, I met you last year.
Brother Ross. Brother Ross, you're a great American.
Well, I ain't nothing. I'm just out walking. You're the one that's talking on the radio every day.
You're the one that's in here. Are we okay?
You're okay.
That's all right.
You're a professional camera person.
She's whatever she wants to be,
yes.
Just like all of us. That's what being an individual is. And that's what freedom is in our country. And that's why what you do is so important. Now, I realize it's a conservative radio station, but it also talks about both sides. And we just use the other side's words against them.
Sure.
You know, because that's, you got to show both sides so you know, can figure out who's right and wrong.
I always say we are equal time.
Yeah.
Because there's so much else out there that has a bent and a bias and an ideological agenda, and we're a counter to that.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the newspapers and the network establishment and all the mainstream elite media types out there, what we are is just a little beacon of freedom. Talk radio, the blogosphere, and go to it.
The academia, whatever you want to put it, the educated elite idiots.
They're part of it too, yeah.
But I'm going to, right now, I'm just going to let Scott talk a little bit about what he does at the station here and why he bought the studio, or bought the station.
Why don't you ask me questions and I'll answer, so don't leave.
Well, I got to.
Why? You're asking questions for the audience. This is your show. You're the man walking across the You're the one man walking Tea Party. Don't leave the shot.
These people see me every day when I put up the usual. Okay, I'll stay. All right. Anyway, what I asked Curtis and Dustin and Leo and Dustin Gabriel yesterday is talk a little bit about what you do here and let the people know why you're doing what you do. And the question after that is, what is freedom and the American dream and the American spirit? What do those things have to do with the American people and the direction our country's going in?
Well, first of all, as far as the radio station, obviously we're very proud of AM 1100, the flag, our flagship, the Scott Hennen Show, and the network all across North Dakota. It's how we came to know you.
Yeah.
And so many other people. It's how we were able to be a great observer at all the tea parties, to see that passion coming from the neighbors.
Isn't it fascinating?
It is.
The people of our great country coming together and standing up.
No, it's fun. It really is. And I always say when people try and analyze, who are these people, and are they thugs, and are they Nazis, are they racist, are they, you know what? They're the people you see in the pews at church on Sunday. When you drop your kids off at school, they're in the hallway. Your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends. They're us. And it's just. A lot of them are new to the political process, but I think it's great. You, prime example, just someone that has been motivated to do something rather extraordinary. In your case, first walk across North Dakota, and then ultimately take it all the way to Washington, D.C. And, I think the love of freedom, fortunately, is burning bright in so many people that despite a lot of fear, and that's the word that I always use to describe what has motivated a lot of people to join this process for the first time, they're fearful. Mm-hmm. They're worried.
Very much so.
They see what's happening around them, and how do you pass legislation affecting 1/6 of the economy of the United States of America in healthcare against the will of the American people? Still overwhelmingly against it. And when that happens, and that arrogance of power consumes the people in power, who, by the way, criticize Republicans, yet have every lever of power in this country, from the White House to the House and Senate and their majorities and everything else. So it's not Republicans, it's your agenda, you're doing it, and you're doing it despite the American people, and not wanting it. And you see that happen, and you say, I'm scared, I'm worried, but I love freedom so much, I know, that it is so integral to every fiber of my being and everybody else, that you just say, well, I got to do what I got to do. In my case, get on the radio 3 hours a day and lay awake at night, trying to run 4 radio stations and know that they got 3 young mouths to feed, put through college and everything else, but you soldier on because it's just too important.
It's like you have to do it. It's like a preacher having a calling to preach the gospel of Christ. To me, when I woke up last year, and I'd never, like you said, I'd never been involved in the political process other than going to vote. And I made a few calls, and I sent a few emails, you know, to our representative here in North Dakota, and I get a form letter back, or I would get nothing back. And they weren't listening. And last year when I woke up, there was a couple revelations that I had, and you know what those revelations were to me, that kind of made me really look at who I was, what I stood for, and what I believed in. And to me, if you don't know those things, then you have no clue as far as what's going on in your life. Because if you want to control your life, first you have to know who you are, where you stand, and what your beliefs are. Then you can go out and talk to the rest of the people, or you can go on with your life however you want to. But it's imperative that we know who we are as an individual. And once we find that out, then we can go seek out the people that have the common beliefs that we do, and stand together, because that's what it's about, my walk, standing together as individuals and trying to make a difference in our country, because frankly, we're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And I watch the news and we see it every day, and it's not stopping. They're not listening yet. So we have to fight however we can. In your case, it's a radio station. In my case, it's my walk. And you give me the opportunity to talk to more people than I am on the road. And for that, I'm so grateful, because you're a great American in what you do. The people you employ here, Dustin, Curtis, and the other people here, great American people who believe in what they stand for, and they know who they are.
We got a great team, there's no question about it. And by the way, those stories from the road are fabulous, so keep them coming. I think getting a little chance to chronicle some of the people that you're meeting along the way is really neat.
Well, I think that this is going to be a big difference this year. I'm going to carry my camera. I'm going to be the tourist of America. And I'm going to have my camera, and I'm going to videotape everybody I meet on the road if I can.
No, it'd be great. It's going to be fun to watch, so we can do right along with you and have you on the program and get updates and direct people there. And I want to tell folks watching that you know, this is a passion for you, but it costs a lot of money. So if folks can donate for a tank of gas or a meal or a night's hotel room, it'd be a nice thing to do. I know you've got some folks that donated a few MREs, and they're paying for the MREs, and you know, just doing what you got to do. And
one of the nice things, now Myrna's got the camera pointed up a little bit, but we got new T-shirts, and I have it on down here. This is a 2010 edition of our T-shirts. And
Me plus you equals we the people.
Yeah, and I think that this is a pretty good example. If somebody wants to donate $25, we'll send them a T-shirt, and we'll also send them 2 copies of our Constitution and Declaration and the Bill of Rights, because those are things, and we will not sell those.
No, we'd like to be.
Those, if you ask for them, I'll give them to you on the road.
Yeah.
Because I will not sell our Constitution, just like our politicians are being bought and sold right now. I'm not going to do that to the Constitution. To me, that's important.
It is.
And anyway, Scott,
God bless you, sir.
God bless you, and we'll see you
Travel safely.
online. I will.
Okay.
We're going to get together when I walk. I want you in D.C.
I'll come to DC.
All right.
Yep. I'll
God
be there.
bless you.
Take care.